So in this first step, we're going to create the sample folders in the DNAnexus platform. So I'm just going to be creating a few folders and just showing you how you can do that. It's a very simple initial bash script that we're going to be running. So this little guy here is a Liverpool guy. So, well, anyways, I'm just in the spirit of UK and British soccer, or as they call it, football here, English Premier League. This is just an example of Arsenal football team, English Premier League, soccer or football as they call it here. So if you do make directory /p sports football league EPL Arsenal, what it will do is it's going to build out from your desktop. It's going to build out this tree where you have the sports folder. Then this within that folder you'll have a subfolder called football, then the subfolder called league, then a subfolder called EPL English Premier League, and then a subfolder called Arsenal. So that's just how you can create a set of directories of folders and subdirectories all inside each other just using this command. And that's going to be helpful because we're going to run this using the DX toolkit now. We're going to be creating some folders and subfolders. And you can see here that this at the top means it'll be a bash script, and this is the file that we'll be running, and I'll be showing you a live demonstration next, but this will be the file. Here, step 1, simple starter.sh. So this means like we run the bash code. This is the name of the main folder here. This one will be over here, main folder that we're creating. And mkdir is like a Linux, it's like a command to make new directory. Mkdir means make directory. And usually on our computers, we can do mkdir if we're in the terminal to just create new directories. But since we're using the DX login, we will be also putting DX in front. So it tells us to do this in the UK Biobank DNAnexus platform to create that directory there. And we're going to create this main folder, Sanya tutorials. And then under Sanya tutorials, we're going to be adding this PGS snips one here will be the first folder. So that's what this will be here. This guy here, this one will be this over here. And the second one, which will be the PGS scores, this one will be created over here if it's not already there. And last but not least, we're going to have this one here, and we'll be also adding more folders along the way, but I just want to show you a few examples of how we will do that. You can see we have the folder, it's making the directory here, and then this is how we specified the subfolders. So that's how it does it. And if it's already there, it just doesn't worry about it. If it's not there, it'll make the directory. So I'll be showing you two runs, one when it's creating it for the first time in the DNAnexus portal platform, and the second one when it's already there. And you can also do this manually, and I'll show that too. You can do it right in the portal, old school. But this is just how we can create folders in the platform. And just a very simple way to see how we can work with the terminal and, you know, the DNAnexus platform, because things will get a little bit more intense after this. So yeah, I'm going to show you the live demo next, but to run this, we will just do bash step 1, simple starter.sh. So that will run the shell script. And what we will see here is it's going to be creating the main directory, Sanya tutorials here, which is what you see over here. Then it's going to create the subfolder PGS snips here. Under Sanya tutorials will be PGS snips. Then it's also going to be having PGS scores, which is the second one, PGS scores over here in the Sanya tutorials. And then Sanya tutorials PGSC calc output by PGS ID will be created over here. So you can see that this is the main Sanya tutorials folder over here. And it's going to have, and this main one will have PGS snips, PGS scores, and PGSC calc output by PGS ID. So these will be empty folders, and we are creating them. And I'm going to show you the live demo right now for this. So now we're going to see that in the DNAnexus portal, we have a bunch of folders, and I'm going to show how we can create a folder for our results using the DX toolkit command here. So let me show you what that looks like. So we're going to go right here to our code. And now I'm going to show you here that we're going to open up the step 1, the simple starter.sh file. So we're going to be running these commands to create folders in, DNAnexus. I'm going to have the Sanya tutorials folder followed by these 3 subfolders: PGS snips, PGS scores, and PGS calc output by PGS ID. So polygenic score ID here. So, the command is the mkdir make the directory. So let me show you how it looks when we run it. So right now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to, and you can see the time here and the date of when this was is going to be run. So I'm going to go and write. Oh, I could have watched the job now, but it's over. So I'm going to just do, the previous job. Sometimes you can watch the jobs. And also quickly while I'm at it, I'll just show you that, this job ID is the same as that this job ID, this J2FF77, this one here is the same as what I have here. They're both exactly the same, which is great. Ooh, this is the same thing as this, just to help you see how they kind of tie together a bit. Okay, so with that gone, now let me show you the code part now. And I'm going to do ls again just to say it, and I'm going to do bash step 1 simple starter.sh. So what you're going to see is that it's creating this main directory, Sanya tutorials, happy face here, that's run. Then it's going to say subfolder PGS snips is here, and that the subfolder PGS scores is here under the Sanya tutorials one. And then the subfolder PGS calc output by PGS ID is here too. So it's going to create these subfolders. So please note that we ensure that all directories and folders are set up and ready. And so what if I just run it again? What if we run the command again, just back, then what we will say is it's just going to say that error while creating this cannot create folder, it already exists. So it's not going to override any folder that already exists because we just created it. So it's just not going to do anything. But it just tells you in the end that all directories and folders are set up and they are ready for our usage. So let me just show you what that looks like on the platform itself. So now we will see in the DNAnexus portal, we will have the Sanya tutorials folder that's right in the main area under the project folder, followed by these 3 subfolders that are empty for now. And this is what we'll be populating as we go through this tutorial video. So let me show you what it looks like. So right now, what you'll see is that we have this PGS snips that's empty. We just created. In the Sanya tutorials folder, we have the PGS scores that's also empty. And we have this PGSC calc output by PGS ID that's also empty. So all of the subfolders have been created. Yay. So that's how you create folders and subfolders in the command. Another just simple way we could have also done it is, you can always go here and you can always just create, you can just always create a very simple folder like this. You don't have to run it using dx command. You can just always create like new folder, dummy, create. You can also do that too. But I just wanted to kind of show you how we can do this, using the dx command. So I just also want to show you that if we go into our terminal and we just do dxls, it'll list a bunch of folders, including the bulk one that we were looking at and Sanya tutorials and a bunch of other things. So what we can do right now is we can just check from here that we can get into the DX Sanya tutorials one. So that's what I'll show you right now. 1 second. So you see here, I did DX CD Sanya tutorials, and then I can do DX LS. And it will show me these 4 folders that we have here. It will show me these 4 folders, including that dummy folder, but we don't really need the dummy folder. So let me just delete it, but I'll just still show you that like it has these 4 folders, and then I'm going to just click delete. And this action is irreversible. Okay, so now let's just see what it does now, like now that I do the listing. It has those 3, so it's kind of synced up now. It got rid of that dummy folder. So that's just also showing you how you can communicate back and forth with the DNAnexus platform using the terminal.